Hey everyone, you're listening to 5 Years Time with your host, Grace Black. Hi everyone, welcome back to 5 Years Time podcast with your host, Grace. Thank you so much for coming back for another week. And if this is your first one, welcome to 5 Years Time. We are so excited to have you here. I just wanted to say that we have done it. I know I've said in the past few episodes that spring has sprung, but spring has sprung and it is so lovely. I hope that everyone else is enjoying their time outside and feeling the light airiness that spring and new growth brings. This week, we are going to be talking all about time blocking, which is amazing. And we'll get into that soon. But let's do a little bit of a catch up. What have I been up to this week? Honestly, so much procrastination of laundry. I didn't have a chance to do it this weekend. I think I'm switching my laundry. If you listen to a Sunday reset a few weeks ago, I was talking about how I've always done laundry on Sundays, but I'm starting to find like a new groove. And I feel like the weekends are becoming busy and full of activity. And I'm just not having the same amount of time to do laundry, especially now that we're getting out of the house. I'm not having time to come back, change the loads, fold, whatever. And if I don't fold after I change the loads, I really dislike having to fold it all at once. Like having 3, 4 baskets of laundry um, to bring upstairs all at once and then having to fold them all at once. It just takes so long and it's like not fun. But like a basket at a time, I can get with the groove. But more than one, I just put it off and then I end up not folding it and then it's just like a mess. Anyway, so I have found recently that I've been enjoying doing laundry on Friday and then it's like free for the weekend. Um, and so I didn't do it this weekend and I remember on Friday I was like, "Oh, I should do the laundry." And then I was like, I don't feel like it. I'm going to do it on Sunday." And then same situation happened on Sunday. Time flew by. I didn't have the opportunity to. So I did it last night, Monday night. I was like, "I need to do it now." Well, I have exactly 7 pairs of pajamas for Rosie, or 6 or whatever. I have exactly a week's worth of pajamas. She ran out of pajamas. So I was like, I have to do it. So that's a good way for me to have to do laundry. Um, so instead of just throwing in one load quickly with like bits and bobs of things that we would need, I was like, just do it all, Grace. So I did it all last night. And honestly, that worked out beautiful. So if I could just do that on Friday, I think I will be set up. Then I'll have whatever I want to wear on the weekend. And then I don't have to worry about it till the next Friday. I think that's what I'm gonna do. We'll see. We'll see. I might change, but it worked out well. Anyways, so then I did it last night and then I ended up going to bed before the last load finished. So um I got Trevor to switch over the last load. So I had 2 to fold this morning, but that wasn't too bad. I did it this morning and felt really good about that. So switching up my laundry routine and that's the point. You got to ebb and flow and find what works best for you in whatever moment you're in. What else have I been up to this week besides procrastinating laundry and other things? I really need to clean out all my cupboards. I think I said that last week. I've yet to do that. Rosie is on spring break this week, so I don't think I'll have the opportunity to. Um, but I will get around to it and I'm really looking forward to it. We did get our awning on our back deck. So our back deck is covered or has an awning that covers the sun, like because it's like sun all day. So just like covers half of it. So you have a shady spot to sit. So we got our awning, which means that I can start setting up our deck and putting out our furniture, which is amazing. I'm so excited for that. I first need to power wash the deck because it's just covered in so much stuff. So that means I have to set up the hose. It's like everything is a lot of things. You know what I mean? Also, I just thought about, was I talking into the wrong side of the mic? Hopefully not. You guys can hear me, right? Um, so yes, I still have this. My mic arm broke, so I'm using this like heavy mic stand, and it's like awkward. I have to like hunch over it, but I have horrible posture, so this is just comfortable for me. But also, I need to work on my posture because it is no bueno. We went to a park today, which was so nice, and to the to a bakery and picked up some baked goods and hung out there for a bit and just are getting out and enjoying the day. This afternoon we're going to head over to my in-laws and have dinner over there, and that'll be fun. I'm just looking forward to spending time with family, spending time outside. Those are the things I like. Simple pleasures, just simple things. But yeah, other than that, I've just been enjoying being outside when we can. Oh, we set up a hammock, as you guys probably saw if you follow 5 Years Time podcast on Instagram. In our Thursday day in my life stories, I showed that we set up a hammock. So we had this hammock in our garage because we were housing it for someone, but anyways, it's ours now. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna set this up. Why not? Our lawn is kind of like, our front lawn is um kind of a construction zone from the construction going on in the backyard. Like there's been lots of different materials put on it and different like machines. So our lawn doesn't really exist. It needs to be reseeded, but we're going to wait till everything's done. Anyways, that being said, it's like not really like a cool place to hang out because it's just like muddy, but we have a little tree that we put a bird feeder in and we fill up the seed every day. And so I was like, let's set up the hammock. Why not? And so Rosie's been obsessed with that. I've been enjoying it too. We've been literally going out every morning. We've had so many different weathers. It's been like sunny, rainy, snowy, and we've been out there just like bundled up with blankets and enjoying. We fill up the bird feeder and then sit and watch the birds come and listen to the birds tweeting, and then people watch as people come around for their morning walk with their dogs or for themselves, and it's been really sweet. So that's been nice, and just getting us out of the house first thing in the morning. Like literally, the second Rosie wakes up, it's like hammock, and it's like we have breakfast on the hammock, coffee on the hammock, everything. So that's been really nice. The other day it was raining, so we put it under like our garage lip. We have like a little roof lip over top of our garage, and watch the rain fall. I love that Ro loves to be out when it's just whatever weather. That's so nice. But that has been very enjoyable. So, again, just enjoying being outside in the weather, whatever it is. But when it's sunny, it's extra nice. Today we got to drive with the windows down. Oh, that's just the best feeling. I love it. Sound on, music on, windows down. Such a good feeling. And I totally forgot that, like, Ontario weather is always all over the place. It's like you wake up and it's like, oh, it's so gloomy this morning, but then by the afternoon it's so beautiful. So you just need to have like a good outlook. Things will shape up. It's not sun 24/7, but today's been sun 24/7, so feeling extra good. Yeah, so that's basically what I've been up to this week, just hanging out with the family. What's new, guys? What's new? So let's get into what I learned this week. What I learned this week, I learned the beauty of time blocking. I'm just going to take a sip of water too. Thanks for letting me do that. Okay, so I've actually been time blocking for the past, I'm going to say month. And I started doing it with work tasks and because I just needed to concentrate. There was so much stuff going on. And I feel like when there's so many things that need to be done, it's really hard to just focus on one thing at a time. And then I have now carried it over into mothering and I've carried it over into my personal life and just like so many different things. And it's been a really, really great way for me to focus. And especially with like so many distractions in today's world, like with social media and um, mainly that. But just being able to pick up your phone and like get distracted so easily, it's been nice to just time block. So time blocking is essentially just setting a timer that you are allotting a certain amount of time to complete a task, so one thing at a time. And so what I've been doing, I was actually telling Trevor about this. I was like, oh, I started doing time blocking and I've been doing 25 minutes on, 5 minutes off. And Trevor's like, oh, I think it was called Pomodoro method. I'm not sure. And I was like, oh, I don't know. I didn't look anything up. I tried a few different times, but I found the 25-minute mark worked really well for me. And then 5 minutes to just like literally like you could scroll on your phone, go for a walk, whatever, just take your break, go get something to eat, lay down, literally whatever you want to do in those 5 minutes, 5 minute break. And he was like, yeah, that's like a proven method. And I was like, oh, okay. So clearly it works for a lot of people. But yeah, so that's what I've been finding. But you can use any time chunk you want. And so basically, you're just setting a timer. I use my phone for, and actually when I'm doing computer work, you can like Google like timer, and then you can set a timer on your like browser. And mine's like church bells. And the first time I had music playing, and all of a sudden I was like, I didn't remember this song having bells in it. And then I was like, oh, it's my timer going off. But yeah, you can choose all the different, like whatever sound you want it to make. But basically, how I do it is, so if I have like 3, 4, whatever, how many things you have to work on, it's like for 25 minutes, I'm going to purely work on this one thing. And like sometimes 25 minutes seems like a long time, and sometimes it doesn't seem like long enough. So that's why I kind of like it, because then I can decide at the end, like I take a 5-minute break. Do I need to add more time? It's not that you have to complete it in that 25 minutes, but you'd be surprised. A lot of the time, you're able to complete a lot of it. And if you complete it before, that's totally fine too. Um, but yeah, sometimes I know it's like a quick task. So let's say I just want to clean the kitchen. I know that I can do that in like 15 minutes if I just put my mind to it. So it's like, okay, I'm going to set a timer for 15 minutes. I'm going to clean the kitchen. And then it's like almost like a fire lit under your bum. Like you're like, okay, I got 15 minutes. Like I got to do it before the kitchen timer runs out. It feels good. I don't know. Like that type of stuff really helps me, like racing the timer. So yeah, you just choose whatever your tasks are. The best way that I have found is like in the morning I wake up and then I sit down and I write out all my tasks for the day, and then I just go for it. Like I just start allotting it. So it's like, okay, first 25 minutes, what am I going to do? Okay, I need to put away the laundry. Okay, it's 25 minutes to put away the laundry. Okay, I need to respond to emails. Okay, 25 minutes to respond to emails. So like you have all your things lined out, and like for me, I can like keep adding to a to-do list. So I always try and think of the top 3 things. So I'll make like as long as a to-do list as feels good, like get everything out of my mind. And then I will choose what the top 3 tasks for that day are, and those are the 3 that I'm going to focus on. So I'll set my first timer and I'll get working away on those things. So let's say the first one is putting away the laundry. So if I'm not done by those 25 minutes, I have 2 options. This is all how I do it. So I have 2 options. I take my 5-minute break, and then I can go back to putting away the laundry in the next time block, or I can switch to the next task if I feel like I need to do something different. Sometimes it's like I just want to get the task done, and sometimes it's like I'm so over laundry, let's do something else. And then it's nice to sit and do maybe some computer work, or whatever the next thing on your list is. And so that's what's been working really well for me. And I've been getting really organized, and even just in my brain. Like I feel like recently I've just had so much stuff in my brain and I'm like forgetting things. I've also not been wearing my Apple Watch, which I like had become so accustomed to for years. I loved my reminders app, and I can make to-do notes. I used Google Calendar religiously and was able to like have the notifications on my wrist. I love that. And I haven't been wearing my watch because I need a new watch band, and I've just been putting off getting a watch band. But anyways, long story short is, which means I've stopped using my Google Calendar because like I don't like it the same way. Like when I get the notifications on my phone, it's not the same thing. Like I trained myself how to do it or getting them on my watch, so it's just not the same thing. I also don't always have my phone with me. So anyways, I just need to find something that like worked better, because I was starting to feel like I have all this stuff, it's rolling around in my brain, and I just like am not getting it done, and then I'm being forgetful about maybe appointments, whatever. So this has been helping a lot. And then another thing to go along with that, I already said that I write things down, but is like having a notebook, or you can use a notes app, but I like to like write it down physically in a notebook. Write down all your things. And I also like to write down my things for the next day, and then um I feel prepared. Like I feel like, okay, I can log off for the day. I can feel good. I can go to bed with a clear mind, and I feel like I'm ready for tomorrow. So, anyways, that is time blocking, how I've done it, the Pomodoro method. I'm going to call it the Grace method, because technically I started doing it before I knew it was a method. But whoever wants the creds can have it. But you can seriously do whatever. As I said, like if you know it's going to take you less than 25 minutes, then don't set such a long timer. Like the point is, you kind of want to have that little bit of a light under your bum, especially when it's like a task that you don't want to do. If it just seems like too much, 25 minutes to a lot to it, do 10 minutes. Just like put on the timer for what you feel is attainable for you, I know that at the end of that timer, you get to have a break and you'll be surprised. Like, it does feel really good to have that timer, and it feels even better when you get to just have those 5 minutes of like guilty-free break. Cause I know for myself, especially when you're working from home or whatever, I know that I'm so easily distracted all the time when I'm at home. It's like, oh, I have my phone here. Oh, I have the TV. Oh, I'm gonna go make food. But if I know I have 5 minutes at the end, like if I know I work really well for 25 minutes and then I have 5 minutes to go do whatever that thing is, be on my phone, go get food, go whatever, it just feels really good. Like, I don't know how to explain it. You just got to try it. So, I've now taken time blocking into my mothering and parenting. And I totally forgot that Montessori, this is like such a Montessori thing, um, is I don't know if they call it time blocking there, but using timers. And Rosie goes to a Montessori. So I was like, oh, I wonder if they use timers in her class. Maybe she's already like really excellent at timers. So one day I was just like, oh, let's set a timer. She didn't want to we had just sat for dinner and she was kind of like all over the place, and she wanted to keep getting up and playing and coming back and eating, which sometimes I'm totally fine with, but like when it's a really messy dinner, it's like, let's just sit down. I don't want um our furniture covered in whatever. And so I had said to her, like, let's sit down for 5 minutes and then we'll wipe your hands so you can get up and play. I'm going to set a timer and that's what we're going to do. And she totally just sat down and was like, okay, sounds good. So I definitely think they must use timers at her school because she was like all about it. And if not, then like try it because like to get a toddler to sit when they don't want to sit, that's a big deal. And then literally when the timer went off, it was like do 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 do, and she was like, "Oh, time to play!" Like she knew exactly what I had made the commitment to, and she was ready to go. And so we've been using that method for a lot of different things. Even just like if we go to the park, it's like, okay, I'm going to set a timer for an hour, and then another. When you're doing a big timer like that, you really need to give reminders. So it's like at the 30-minute, okay, 30 more minutes. At the 5, okay, 5 more minutes. And then at the 5-minute mark, it's like we need to start listening for the timer. And then when the timer rings, it's like, hey, time to go home. And pretty much 85% of the time, she's like really good about that when you remember to give those reminders. If you don't do the reminders for a long time span, it's not good. You got to give reminders to the Todds. Yep, they need the reminds. But yeah, so that's been really amazing. And I just feel like I have this new organization method, and especially in this fast paced world where everything is go, 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 and there's so many distractions, and it's so easy to like waste this time on your phone or spend this time on your phone that just like flies by. You don't even realize it's like, whoa, I've been on my phone for 30 minutes. So just setting those expectations. And I think it all comes down to expectations, right? So it's having those expectations, but then also having that physical timer that's going to hold you accountable. It's a game changer. So if you haven't tried time blocking in wherever you feel like just distracted and disorganized in your life, like whatever area, I really recommend that you try time blocking. It's been a beautiful thing, and um I don't see us not using it moving forward. It keeps everyone organized, and at the end of the day, it reminds me to set expectations as a parent. It reminds me to set expectations as myself. Like, it's important to set expectations for ourselves, expectations as a partner, expectations in every element. It promotes communication. And communication is a beautiful thing that for myself doesn't necessarily always come natural. A lot of the time I'm thinking in my mind and not sharing what that is. So it's just promoting a lot of good things. So if you haven't tried time blocking, give it a whirl, give it a twirl, and I look forward to hearing how your weeks evolve as you implement time blocking. Okay, let's get into our roses, thorns, and buds. Okay, our roses, thorns, and buds. I'm so proud of myself for saying that right. My rose this week. What was my rose this week? Honestly, I feel like it's like flown by. Oh, we did Rosie's first swimming lessons, which I have been wanting to do for so long. I just think that swimming is such an important skill. Ro loves the water. We're putting a pool in that should be ready for this summer. So I just want to make sure that like everyone feels confident and comfortable in the water, or that we're like moving towards that. And so we went to her first swimming lesson, and I did it this week with her. We just let her choose who she wants to do it with. So this week she wanted to do it with me. We'll see who next week she wants to do it with. But anyways, it was so good. I had heard that these swimming lessons were a little like, I don't know, it was more about like getting them comfortable in the water, not so much about like swimming, or like I don't know how to explain it. But anyways, no, so I was kind of expecting like, oh, we're just gonna chill on the stairs. Rose really comfortable in water, so I was kind of like, I'd love if we could like dunk her underwater, or like pour water on her head, like teach her these skills that are important, get her really comfortable with going in and out of the water, all that stuff. And that's exactly what it was. They literally like put us in the deepest end of, it's like a small pool, like I could stand, but they put us in the deepest end, her group, and we got to practice so many different things. Her going on her back, on her tummy, blowing bubbles in the water, pouring water on her head, all that stuff. So I'm really happy with like the direction these swimming lessons are going in. And our rule is that she always has to have a life jacket on. So this is like the first time where she didn't have a life jacket on. Um, and she kind of felt a little nervous about that. You could definitely tell. But honestly, we've been going to community swims for the past like, I don't know, 4 weeks with life jacket on, and she's just gotten more and more comfortable with her life jacket. She's gotten so good at being able to like balance herself in the water and like almost tread water or like bob around. And I've seen that excel in the past 4 weeks. So it's the same thing. Like now that she doesn't have her life jacket on, she's just re entering and getting more comfortable. So I know like it just takes time. It's one of those things where it's like you forget that these things are about learning and it takes time. Not everything is instantaneous. So that was a highlight for me because I've been really, really, really wanting to do swimming lessons with Ro. That was great. My thorn is that I keep forgetting to take my allergy medication, and it's now definitely getting to the point where it's affecting me. I get really, really bad headaches when I have allergies, so I need to remember I take them at bedtime. And so most of the time I try to take them when I brush my teeth, but then you're also supposed to take them. You don't have to, but like the ones I have, they make your tummy, they can make you like a little nauseous, so it's good to take it with food. So then I have to remember to eat. So sometimes it's like, oh, I'm gonna brush my teeth. Oh, I need to eat. And then it's like, oh, I forgot about the thing. I just brushed my teeth and went to bed. So, anyways, like this morning I woke up and I had a headache and I was like, no, I didn't take it last night. So I just need to get used to having that as a routine of taking something at nighttime. And it's always thinking about where's the best place to have it. My bedside table, in the kitchen, in the bathroom. It's like, I don't know where the best place is. Anyways, so that's my thorn. I just need to get back into the routine. And hopefully my allergies stay at bay because they really, really just make me not enjoy the beautifulness that's outside, right? um, my bud is um I think going to the in-laws tonight, and I think we're gonna have nachos and watch Mamma Mia, which I love and I haven't watched in so long. I always cry when they do this slipping through my fingers all the time. That part, like I can't not cry. I always cry. So I'm excited to see if I'm gonna cry this time. Now that I've said that, maybe I won't, but I always do. But anyways, yeah, just looking forward to hanging out and spending a good week with the fam. And Easter's this weekend. I gotta plan something fun for Ro. I think we're gonna do a little neighborhood hunt too with some of the kids, so that'll be fun. So yeah, just lots of exciting things coming up and feeling light and airy. Okay, let's get into our entertainment recap. Entertainment recap, entertainment recap. I tried to clap, but again, I'm having to hold this mic. Okay, so been watching Life and Beth on Disney Plus. I think we have one more episode and I am thoroughly enjoying it. I love it. It's like definitely um dark at parts, like not super dark, but I mean like it's kind of going back and forth between like her childhood and her now, and um traumas that she's gone through as a kid and how they're affecting her now. But honestly, it is so nice. I love the way that it's been set out and like the way the story is being told. I'm just thoroughly, thoroughly enjoying it. It's Amy Schumer. I usually like most of the things she does. So if you want to watch Life and Beth on Netflix, or not Netflix, on Disney Plus, it's really good. We just start Severance on Apple TV, and it's really good too. We're 2 episodes in. You don't fully know what's going on yet, but it's really interesting. It's basically about this company. I think it's a drug company, and they obviously work with very like secure information. And so, what they've done for their employees is that if you want to work there, you are severanced, which means that they put something in your brain, which when you enter, that's like geographically controlled. So, when you enter the work location, you are one person with one memory, and then when you leave, you are your like human self. I mean, you're human on both sides, but you're like your original self. You remember all your memories of like your life, but you don't remember anything that happened at work. It's like you're a different person at work. You don't remember anything. You could have like a family at work. You could like have an office romance at work and you wouldn't know about it, and you could have family and kids at home. So it's this like very interesting thing. But like, and then every department at work is like segregated. So you only know like the 4 people who you work with. You don't know what anyone else does. You don't even know what you're doing. Like you know what your task is, but you don't know what the information is. You're like shuffling through spreadsheets. You don't know why you're doing it. And like there's like a babysitter or like a person who like works in your department who like is always there enforcing these rules and making sure that like everything is that nobody's getting any ideas, but obviously there's some dark stuff happening. So it's been really interesting. Severance on Apple TV. If you haven't watched it, I really suggest you do. I also just love like the look of it. It's really interesting. Um, I'm caught up on Summer House. I'm trying to think of what happened in this week's Summer House. I just need to take a sip of water. What happened in this week's Summer House? It's like I feel like I said this last week. Every episode is just becoming more and more of the same. And oh, I know the wine glass was thrown. So this is the one after the fight. So the fight resolved itself. I mean, ultimately, like Lindsay is about herself and like doesn't see how her actions affect other people, which I mean, it's great that she is like so I was going to say self-aware, but I don't know if she is so self-aware. Like she is aware of herself but not aware of herself in a setting outside of it. So I don't know, it's great that she does what she wants to do, but at the same time she needs to remember that other people have feelings and that it sucks when your feelings get hurt because of someone's actions. And I don't know, like it's gray water. But yeah, so that drama happened, but I think it's going to be resolved. I feel like that's what I always like about these shows, like Below Deck and Summer House. It's like all these people live together and they know that at the end of the day, like they want to have a good experience, and so they all make sure that they like clear the air and move everything aside and like move on. And I think that's like an important lesson, is that I feel like it's so easy to like hold grudges, especially at the end of the day when you're like leaving somewhere and you don't have to see those people again, or maybe only have to see them every so often. But like in these places where they all live with each other, I feel like they always air everything out and make sure to end on good terms. And I feel like that's nice. And then I watched Below Deck, which was very entertaining, both the Australian one, Down Under, and Sailing Yacht. I enjoyed both, and they're just light and fun. I don't think anything really too meaningful. Oh, Tom went home on Sailing Yacht, which I feel like we knew he was going home. And I think he kind of needs to like work through his own stuff. So I'm not over it. I'm excited to see who the new person is. The girls are clearly excited that maybe a new guy's coming on, and there's just going to be so much drama with Gary. Like, I don't know why they're all fangirling over him. It's too much. Like, yeah, it's Akko Taco. But I mean, when there's slim pickings, there's slim pickings, I guess. But yeah, I feel like that's all I've been watching. I need to watch Emma on Netflix. It's a movie. Apparently, it's good. I just haven't been in a movie mood. But I'll get around to that maybe this weekend. We'll see. Um, yeah, so thanks so much for listening, everyone. I hope that you've all had an amazing week and that we are enjoying the spring weather and that we are getting organized and time blocking. And I'm going to use time blocking this upcoming week to do clean out my cupboards and really get that spring cleaning going. I think it'll be a perfect thing for cupboards because closets are small, 25 minutes, unload it, load it back up. Like that's what I need to do. And then sure I have a break after. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do time blocking for my closets. Look forward to doing that. Follow us on Instagram if you're not following us over there for more of a visual aspect of what's going on and references to what I'm talking about throughout the week. And then TikTok's a fun place too. I've been going on there a lot to just share little thoughts here or there. Everything is at 5 Years Time Podcast. And thank you so much for listening. Look forward to coming back for Sunday Reset. That being said, I'm going to go start working on that playlist because I am ready for some sunshiny hits, especially with the windows rolled down. Ooh, I can't wait. Okay, wishing you the best. Bye.